Well, speaking of summer, before my sophomore year of high school, so I was 14 years old, and we were on 2 jet skis, and it was my driver, Mark, and myself, and then 2 of my friends in the back, and this guy in the back wasn't paying attention, so he ran up on top of us, and Mark didn't know, so he fell forward and died on impact, and I was turning around like, what is that noise? And it hit me traumatic brain injury and spinal cord injury at T8, and I fell into the water and thought I was dead. They took me to Pitt Memorial Hospital in North Carolina for I think a month, and they said I'm not gonna, she's not gonna breathe or talk or swallow, or she's gonna be a vegetable because of my brain injury, and then pretty much no hope. So by the time I woke up, I had already I woke up, so then I proved all those things wrong.
Right.
And so the last thing they said was she's not going. They told my parents and I guess me that you're not going to move or feel below your injury level, which is right there. T8. When I woke up, my parents were already deep into researching. This is what the doctors say you're not going to be able to do, move or feel, but we've been researching for a place in California called Project Walk. At this time, I was a complete injury, so no feeling and no movement. I was a complete injury, and then I went there for a month and a half, worked out 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, just intense. And then I came back and I was wiggling my toes when I came back.
Awesome.
And so that was, that showed me nothing the doctors say is real. So I've been back there 9 times, and to get stem cells in Dominican Republic, and to a couple other places in the country to work out. And now I have feet, butt, toes. I can crawl, I can walk with a walker, I can have feeling in my pressure feeling. So I'm just, knocking out all those predictions.
Yeah.
The power of being healthy and working out and working with physical therapists. I have an FES bike. It stimulates, they're e-stem pads, so it stimulates my muscles so that I ride for an hour, which turns out to be 4 miles. Really good for every part of my body, and I should be doing it every day, but I don't. Just like the standing frame. Why don't I do this stuff? I have enough time, but I just forget about it. We relied very heavily on our faith in God, and that kind of has carried us through, and we've relied on each other a lot. When I was writing Greater Things, I was adding my dad's perspective through Cambridge into my book, and so I read the play-by-play of their emotions and how things affected them, and it broke my heart.
Yeah.
It was really tough. So that I saw how much of a struggle it was for them, and it was pretty hard to read that. It drew my family closer because I needed the support during that time so much, and
Sure.
my parents my whole family is just so great, so they just kind of rallied around me, and my community too has been awesome, supporting all of my crazy dreams, rehabilitative goals, and doing stupid things like New York Marathon without training, and just stuff like that. They're just they know that telling me no is not going to do much, so they've just supported me, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
My dream's not dead yet.
Yeah.
I'm still keeping my eye on things and science, and keeping my body healthy, and trying to keep my body as healthy as I can, whether it be through nutrition or through working out or whatever, because when a cure comes, I want to be front of the line, the best candidate for it.
Yeah.
Never tell somebody that they can't do something, and always, even if there's if you see no hope for it, human body is nothing is permanent, and there's always a way. It was a very big blow to me in the beginning to be told you're never going to feel, and you're never going to move, you're never going to, all this stuff makes it a lot harder.
Yeah.
So my greatest fear at first was the doctor saying, you're never going to do this, this, this. And before my accident, I was competition cheerleader for 9 years. I was on captain of the lacrosse team. I was field hockey. So I'm this healthy, athletic, cute butt, night tan skin.
Yeah.
I was just I was hot. So the biggest I guess loss that I felt at the beginning was I could never do sports again. But now I've done 7 marathons and a hand cycle, and I do lacrosse and tennis and rowing, and all sports are all over the place. With my hand cycle, it's an ability to go out into the world in something other than my wheelchair. So people look at me and say, that's really cool, I can never do that, your arm's supposed to be so tired, you're so strong, etc. Versus, oh, she's in a wheelchair, oh, her life sucks. I wanted to try every sport that's available or every opportunity, like because adaptive sports are very fun. I want to try them all because I want to write another book and because they're just very fun. Greater Things is a great book, and I think you guys should all read it. But it's also what there is after disability. Like after you get disabled, like my journey into finding greater things, like finding out what I could do with my disability. So dating sucks, and in a wheelchair it's even harder. With the way that I'm finding all these boys is like, thank you Bumble for making like dates, like, you know, anytime I want a date I can just go in there and get one. It's fairly easy if you are an attractive person with like this going on, like with just like whatever. My wheelchair is not really like a most attractive thing in the world, so dating was tough, I guess. Just the things people say, and just people being very scared of offending me. Saying, like, for example, this happened a couple weeks ago. Someone said, I don't know, they used the word like "walk over here" to me when you're done, and they looked at me and they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, it's not a thing. Like it's not an offensive thing. And just people being very scared of offending me. It's annoying sometimes. It's not. I'm not like angry about it or frustrated about it. It's just like, because people for the most part don't do that kind of stuff because out of malice or, you know, because they want to be bad. They're just trying to, you know, not offend me. Yeah, just a normal girl. I just sit down a little bit lower, and there's no reason to treat me any differently because I'm just the same as you.
Yeah.